is up, Brisha squad? I am back with another video. I told y'all I'm gonna be giving it to y'all, but I know that y'all miss me. My A1 day ones. I know that y'all miss me because if you notice, I haven't been on here for a little bit. But we're gonna get into why I haven't been on here for a little bit, because your girl has been getting content ready and videos ready so I can come back and deliver y'all all the love, virtual love. But yeah, so let's get into it. For the new people here, welcome to my world. I am Brisha. Well, they may know me as Brisha, or some know me as a 90s baby. So it all depends on, you know what I'm saying, which platform y'all be following me on. If y'all my TikTok people, then you know me as Brisha, also aka Big Bank Brisha. Follow me on TikTok, and also that's my Instagram, Big Bank Brisha. So today's video, we are going to do a Q&A. And I think this video is so important, and I am sorry if I have neglected you guys and y'all felt like, okay, we done seen her surgery. I have VSG surgery, so once again, if you're new here, go back to my other videos and you will see the beginning and the journey of all the good things. But yes, I am 2 months, well, tomorrow makes 2 months post-op VSG gastric sleeve surgery. So today's video, I am doing a Q&A. Aren't these cute little emoji face little pad note? But yeah, so today's Q&A is important because I was talking to my sister, and shout out to her, what's up Dreamer, and she told me that I needed to give you guys some more backstory on basically like my whole entire journey. Like, y'all guys been with me on this journey thus far, but I really haven't like sat down and told you guys from beginning to end. I kind of just jumped straight into, you know, okay, I got approved for surgery, now I'm getting surgery, now I had surgery, and now I'm recovering. So let's get into it. So these are some questions that I took from people asking me from Instagram, people asking me from TikTok, because like I said, TikTok is like the biggest, well, one of my biggest platforms right now that I get a lot of love. Even YouTube too, guys, not excluding y'all show me mad love, but more so like questions, like I get a lot of questions asked more so, and then also a few questions that me and my sister talked about, because like I said, we talked about this, and she was like, you know, you need to give the people a Q&A, like you need to give them, you know, a little bit more insight. So I just kind of wrote down some of the things that we talked about that I've never maybe really explained more in depth, or some questions that I never really addressed. So let's start to get into it. So the first one I'm going to start with is, let's take it back to how I gained my weight. So I don't think I've mentioned it a few times in my videos, but I don't think I mentioned it a lot. And I want to be very transparent to the people out there who maybe are watching me and, you know, getting inspired, watching me and maybe going through the process right now, watching me and maybe the same, you know, post-op, like maybe you're 2 months post-op like me. So I just want to, you know, give you guys more of like a sit-down, transparent backstory, you know. So how I, well, that's my weight gain was, so my highest weight before surgery was 200. I got up to 275 pounds. Now, I got to 275 pounds and I went to, so basically I started feeling like dizzy. I started feeling lightheaded all the time. One day in the house, like my equilibrium was off. I almost fell on the ground. Like I could not hold myself up. And that right there was my breaking point of, okay, something, sorry, it's my nose ring, I'm not picking up my nose, but something's not right, something is off, something is wrong. So I sought professional help, and started with a doctor who basically was certified to give you weight loss pills, and then he put you on like a strict diet to basically kind of get your weight to drop fast. So and I'll explain it in a minute, like how the process works. So I found a doctor that was near me, self-pay, you know, so you had to pay out of pocket every time you went. Each visit you had to pay out of pocket. And I went there, weighed in. He was like, you're 275 pounds. Of course, they go like your height. I'm 5'2". So imagine 275 pounds on a 5'2" person. That's a lot of weight. Whole lot of weight. Looking like a little Oompa Loompa. So, you know, basically he was like, you gotta get this weight down. It's just too much. And like I said, I was borderline hypertension. I was borderline diabetic. I mean, it was bad. I was not doing good, and I realized that I need to make a life change, or I'm going to end up in the hospital somewhere, or I'm going to end up dead. So, but what originally led to my weight gain was back in, and I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to remember the years. I tend to try to block out the years because those were very, very, very trauma-filled years for me. But it started with, I was living in Virginia, and my grandfather had unexpectedly got sick. So when he got sick, you know what I'm saying, like, it was like he went to the hospital and it was kind of like told, oh, he's gonna get better, we're gonna send him over to a rehabilitation place before he goes home. And you know, so it was like presented as everything was pretty much good. Okay, so I got a call one day at work, and I was told to basically get home because my grandfather was on life support. Okay, so let's talk about that. So really, he wasn't on life support yet, or he actually passed in the hospital. So that was very traumatic because he was like everything, you know, to us. So that right there was like the start of it all. Then a week later, my older brother passed away in a car accident. So that for me, because so back in 2014, I lost my dad. Me and my dad were close, and that took a toll on me. And till this day, I'm still coping with that. So, and if there's someone out there who can relate, you maybe feel like I do. People always tell you, oh, as time goes on, it get easy. It does not get easy. That's me personally. You tolerate it. You learn to deal with it, but it doesn't get easy for me. I can only speak for me, but like that's how I feel. It doesn't get easy. So, I'm, you know, dealing with that. But then once my grandfather and my brother passed away, it was just like I couldn't handle it. I was very, very depressed. I felt like, you know, very just drained. I felt like I had no heart left. Like I felt like my heart was just literally, you know, gone. I'm like, I don't know how I'm functioning because I don't have a heart anymore. But it took a toll. So basically I just started, you know, eating away. I mean, pretty much eating away at my feelings. Like I just would eat, you know, I would feel the comfort like of eating, if that makes sense. For my people who are comfort eaters out there, you know, maybe you can relate to what I'm saying, but I basically comfort eat it. So, you know, desserts and snacks and chocolates, like I would just watch movies and just want to eat snacks and just curl up in my bed and just, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do nothing because I couldn't process my mind around everything that just happened. Like I felt like I had to shut it out. I had to shut out the world. So let me just, you know, hide in my bed. And that's what I pretty much did. Like, you know, and speaking about it, I used to be ashamed, but I'm not ashamed anymore because it's called a journey for a reason. You start somewhere to continue on to a better side. And I feel like this was just a part of my journey. It was meant to happen, and it's allowing me to tell my story today, and maybe, you know, can give insight to somebody who's maybe have a close relatable story to me. So I just started eating, you know, and then too, living in Virginia, you know what I'm saying, it's like wholesome food. So like, I mean, like when I say like whole food, like I mean like meals, like soul food, and just like carbs and pasta and just a lot of that stuff, just consuming. And of course, if you're not working out or being active or anything, you're eating large amounts of that, you know, eventually start to gain weight. So that's what happened with me. So I started to gain weight slowly but surely. The weight packed on. Now sometimes you don't tend to realize you're getting bigger unless you weigh yourself every day, which I didn't have a scale at the time in home, but unless you weigh yourself every day or you go into a doctor's frequently, you know, you don't really know that you're packing on those pounds. Now, like I said, what made me start to realize, okay, you're getting bigger, is, like I said, my health started getting all over the place, and not just that, my clothes weren't fitting. anymore. I noticed that I will go shopping and I'm just like buying 3X and buying, 2X, and then I can't fit 2X, so let me get a 4X, and my bras were getting bigger, and I just started noticing, like, physically my body just changing. And like I said, you have that breaking point where you realize, okay, I have to do something, because this is not it. And so that was my breaking point when I was in, like I said, I was in my house and I dang near almost toppled over. I don't know what was wrong, but like I said, my equilibrium, my balance was off that day. I felt super dizzy, and I was home alone at the time, so that was even more scary. So that's what led to the weight gain, loss of family members and just eating away at my feelings, and really not having no one to kind of be honest with me and say, like, I love you, but I see you're like getting almost 300 pounds. What is going on with you? Sometimes we have loved ones, they don't, and it's not nothing harmful. I'm not going to say it was in a harmful manner, but I just feel like sometimes, family can sometimes be your enablers too. So I really didn't have no one telling me, like, I mean, I'm sure they could tell I'm getting 300 pounds almost, but I just didn't really have no one to sit here and like tell me to my face, like, you need to, like, what's going on? You need to do something. We need to figure out how to deal with this, your emotional stress another way, but of course, luckily I was able to tell myself that. So that's what I did. I told myself, I'm like, okay, something's not right. So that's, that's what led to my weight loss. That's what led to my original weight gain when I got to my highest of 275 pounds. Now let's talk about how I lost weight prior to VSG. If you have been following me, you know that I have lost almost 60 pounds prior to VSG on my own. Now let me explain. So back to, like I said earlier, I had went to a doctor, and basically was a weight loss doctor. You got these phentermine pills, some other kind of pill, and you get these shakes. You got, well, they had 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, but of course I don't like strawberry, so I got chocolate and vanilla. And basically you're on a 300, your one meal that you have is 300 calories. It cannot go past 300 calories. And then you have your shakes, your 2 shakes, and they have to either be a shake for breakfast, then you have a lunch that's no more than 300 calories, and then you have a shake for dinner, or you have breakfast, which is no more than 300 calories, a shake for lunch, and a shake for dinner. So it's however you wanted to, move it around, incorporate it. You just had to have those 2 shakes, and then you have your one meal, and it cannot go over 300 calories. So the shakes were 200 calories each, and then your meal was 3. So what's that? So yeah, so 700. So 700 calories a day is what I would eat. And like I said, it was to basically rapidly, speed up your weight loss. So I started doing that. I was on that, I would say, for about 2 months. Now, what made me stop doing that was one of the pills that he prescribed, they also prescribed them to patients with epilepsy. And I started getting a really bad, like, adverse effect to that. And then I got very intolerant to the shakes quickly. Like, I would go sip and get ready to gag. Like, I could not do it anymore. And like I said, it worked for some people, but that method just was a bit much. And, my body wasn't taking it very well. Like I said, it did help me start to drop the weight though. I think, like, in my first 2 months of doing it, I would say the first 10 to 15 pounds, starting when I started losing weight, came from that. Like, I think the first 10 to 15 or 20 came from that. Then once I got off that, I basically kind of just cut back. So then this is now me on my own diet. I cut back. I stopped eating candy. I stopped drinking sodas. I would buy the Ensure shakes and just replace that with a meal. Cooking just, healthier stuff, even smaller portions. So I started doing that, and then I moved back home from Virginia. I moved back home to Maryland in 2020, right during the pandemic. And when I got here, like I said, my weight was, still slowly coming down. Like I said, I had lost my first about 10 to 20 pounds in that time frame of me finishing with that diet and then moving to Maryland. And then once I got to Maryland, I did a calorie deficient. So calorie deficient is basically, and I wrote it down so I can kind of, remember how to kind of explain it. But calorie deficient is when you eat less in your diet. And then the way to know what your calories that you're supposed to have is to multiply your body weight by 15 to get your estimate. So now, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'm very transparent. I didn't really, I guess I don't want to say like by the book calorie deficient. Like, I kind of did it what worked with me. Everybody's different. Let me just put that out there. Everybody's different. So I can't say it may work for everybody, or just like that diet I was on, it may work for that person, it didn't work for me. Everybody is different, so let me make that very clear. But my calorie deficient, I basically cut back. Like I said, took out all the extra candy and all the extra junk. Now, I'm not gonna lie, during calorie deficient I did actually get to have indulgence, but in moderation. So that's very important. So I still would go to a grocery store and I had ice cream cones in my house. I would eat here and there, if I'm out or something, or occasion like a birthday or something, I may have a slice of cake if they had a cake. I may have a cupcake if it was an event and they had cupcakes. So I did, in moderation, have sweets. But that's the key, in moderation. Don't go out here buying a whole 12 pack of cupcakes and eat them in a week. It's going to defeat the purpose. So that's what led to me actually really like dropping weight. And when I said the weight just started dropping, like I said, that worked for me, being calorie deficient. Weight just started dropping. Like I said, I would cook healthier. At night, what I would do is my dinner wouldn't be heavy. I would stop eating after a certain time. And also, like I said, I would sometimes replace my meals with shakes. So I would maybe only have one full meal in that day, and then the rest of the day is like some fruit, or like I said, a shake. So that's would work for me. Like I said, I moved back here, that's when my weight really started dropping. Like, I was going from 275, then I'm in the the 60s, the 50s, 240, 230, 220. You know what I'm saying? It just started coming off. And I did work out for a little bit. I mean, I didn't work out as much. Like, I didn't work out a whole lot, but I did end up going to a personal trainer and working out with them for a while. And then I used to live across the street from, it was a football field, well, a football stadium. So, when they didn't have games, I would walk around the parking lot. It's like a big old, football field. So I would walk around the football field in a circle with my dog. So that was like my exercise. And then of course, going to work, you walk, well, at my job, walking and stuff like that. So that was exercise as well. So that's what I did to basically, keep going with the weight loss after I stopped that first diet. So that's what I want to make clear. So after I stopped that first diet, like I said, it jumpstarted, my weight loss. And then to keep it going, I went into a calorie deficient, I want to say diet. It's not really a diet. It's more so just, I would say, lifestyle change, healthier eating. Like I said, not having a bunch of junk and stuff, having more organic and just fresh stuff, like eliminating fried foods. I had brought an air fryer. That definitely was a big thing. Buying an air fryer. So if I wanted french fries, I didn't feel guilty of putting them in grease. I would just air fry them. I love baked chicken anyway. So I wasn't really too upset about missing out on, fried chicken. But calorie deficient is what I did. And that's how overall, up until I got to deciding to do VSG, and I'm going to explain, I lost almost 60 pounds. It was 58 pounds, about 50-ish, like 58 pounds on my own. Now, I get the question of, oh, so you lost 58 pounds on your own. Why don't you just keep going? Let me explain. And I want to explain this because I want to make it very clear. And like I said, we don't care about opinions or how anybody feels, because of course, for my people out there who have had weight loss surgery or any other surgery, whether it's weight loss, VSG, BBL, whatever, you always have that backlash of, oh, you wouldn't get weight loss surgery, you took the easy way out. Cut it. It's nothing easy about it. So the reason why I chose to get VSG, even though I was losing weight on my own, fine. So throughout my life, my weight always fluctuated up and down, up and down, up and down. I would say starting with maybe middle school, like it would just go up and down. I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't like some first time rodeo where all of a sudden I was gaining all this weight. This has been kind of a thing. Like, I'll gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. Now this is the biggest I've ever been when I got to 275. But the fluctuation of, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't like, oh, skinny all my life and then, you know, I got fat. No, like I've always kind of been maybe like a slim, like kind of slim, but then I get chubby and then I get, you know, like I said, up and down. So VSG is a tool. It's a tool. It's not a permanent solution. People think that. You're wrong. If you get VSG and you think you're gonna go back to eating whatever you want and cake and ice cream every day because my stomach half the size, and that means that's not true. Let me be the one to tell you if I ain't the one to tell you. That is not true. So, I decided, of course, being older now, I said, okay, I have already made the changes that I needed to do to lose weight. The weight is coming off. Now that my weight is coming off and it's going down, let me have something that I can use long term to maintain my weight. Let me say it again for the people in the back and for the trolls. I chose to get VSG, even though I was losing weight on my own and doing everything and going to the gym, to have a long-term tool, because VSG is a tool, to maintain my weight. That's why I chose it. So for people like, well, why don't you just keep going to the gym? Why you didn't just keep working out? I have done that before and I have gained the weight right back. Or is this all over the place? So to give me that discipline, because like I said, I'm doing what works for me. I'm not no one else. And maybe it may work for others, maybe it won't. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot, because everybody different. But for me, I needed that long-term tool to know, okay, if I get this will help me become more disciplined. It's not gonna be for everybody, because some people have gotten VSG and gained their weight back. It's true. So don't think you can't gain that weight back. You can. But for me, it felt discipline to me. And I'm going to explain why too when I get down to my other questions. But it was discipline for me. So if you're wondering why, oh, you did so good before and why would you go get weight loss surgery, it's because I needed that tool. I needed something to say, hey, if I catch myself going back and slip up, because we're all human, whatever part of your journey you're on, even if you didn't have weight loss surgery, this isn't just for weight loss surgery people. Even if you are on a weight loss journey right now, sometimes we do slip up. We're all human. We make mistakes. We may go out and go to a party and everybody's having fun, and we may just pick up that cupcake and eat it and feel so guilty, you know, but it's about redeeming yourself. So don't be so hard on yourself if you mess up during your journey, because we're all human. So if no one told you that, Brisha telling you that. Like, we're all human. I'm human. I'm not perfect. You know, even during my weight loss journey, before VSG and VSG, I've had my moments where I've done things and I'm like, why did I eat that? Or, you know, I shouldn't have done that. I mean, we're human. We have the urges. We're human. You know, you just gotta step back, catch yourself, and say, like, okay, you have to catch yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. So that's like kind of the best advice I can kind of give with that part. But so yes, that's why I chose to have VSG, to kind of, you know, continue this journey. Like, I don't want to say finish off the journey, because the journey never ends. It's not a race, it's a journey. It's always going to be the next milestone, the next milestone. Like, you're going to just keep going, you know, and then when you get to where you want to be, you maintain. So that's why I got VSG surgery. For the people who wonder, this girl lost almost 60 something pounds by herself. Why go get surgery? That's why I did it, and I hope that makes sense. And if it don't, I'm sorry, but yes, that's why I got it. All right, so we talked about you know, my initial weight gain, and then how I lost the weight prior to VSG, and I talked about my calorie deficient. That's what I did. You know, I first went to a weight loss doctor and did that, but that didn't work, so I switched over and did calorie deficient, and that worked for me. Now let's talk about the process of getting approved for VSG. So like I said, when I was doing my weight loss journey prior to this, I wasn't okay, so let me say this. It wasn't like I was looking at VSG at that time and then it was like, oh, you need to lose weight prior to surgery. I was already losing weight on my own because, like I said, I knew I needed to lose weight. But by the time I decided, hey, let me incorporate VSG into this weight loss journey to maintain my weight, my weight loss, I found my doctor. So basically what I did was I went to my insurance company. You have to go to your insurance company unless you're paying out of pocket. So you can do either or. Everybody prices is different. So I can't really say how much it costs because it all depends on the hospital stay, how long you have to stay in the hospital, the anesthesia medicine. It's a whole bunch that can go into the cost. So I'm not going to throw out prices just because, like I said, everybody price is different. I don't want to say, you know, oh, I spent this much and I paid this much, and then everybody starts saying, well, she said no, because like I said, my insurance paid for it. So but I called my insurance company. I expressed my interest to them that I wanted to get VSG surgery. And of course they said, okay, well, here is a list of doctors unless you have someone in mind. And these are the steps that is required. You know, like I said, it's different. Everybody's step is different, for you to get approved by us, for us to cover it 100%. Now, so I'm a big planner. Like, I like to plan ahead of time. So I had already kind of found my doctor. And so ironically, when I told them who my doctor was to see if he was a part of the network, he was. So I was very, very happy because I only heard great things about my doctor. He has many awards. He's known as one of the, you know, top doctors in the state. So I chose and went with him. Like I said, I did my research on him. I looked him up. I found testimonies. I literally searched everything I could find with this man name attached to it to see what they were saying. And, you know, I only heard more good than bad. I mean, everybody ain't gonna be pleased. Everybody ain't gonna be satisfied. I don't care who it is. They're gonna complain. But for me, I want to go with him. And it's St. Agnes Bariatric Center, if anybody is in the Maryland area and maybe want to go check him out. But Dr. Averbach is my surgeon. So, and that's the name of the doctor's office, St. Agnes Bariatric Surgery Center. You can Google it, it will pop up. It's like near Baltimore. So that's where I went. Write that down if you need a doctor for VSG or gastric sleeve. So that's how I found him, and then he was on my network. So basically I had to do 6 months of a supervised weight loss, which means I would go to the doctors once a month for 6 months and weigh in, and every time I weighed in, when I come back the next month, I better not be over that weight. I had to keep that weight down. So if I came in at 220, you better come next time at 219, 218, 215, but you better not be 230, or you would get denied. And that was a part of their requirements. Like I said, everybody is different. Some people don't got to do it. I've heard some people don't got to do 3 months of it. I've heard, you know, some people just go straight into it. Like I said, once again, everybody's insurance is different. If you're taking an insurance route, if you're paying cash, then you ain't got to worry about none of that. I'm sure your surgeon will tell you what they require. But me, I had to go to my primary care at first for 6 months, go through them, And then once I got done, I got cleared for that. I didn't have to do any post-op diets. I've heard a lot of people have to do, I've heard a lot of people had to do pre-op liquid diets. And I didn't have to do one. And the only thing I didn't have to do one is because, like I said, I came in already losing a good amount of weight myself, you know, so kind of where I was at was like a great starting point. So it was like, you know, just keep your weight down, because we don't want to add on any weight. You don't want to put no more fat back on the liver. So luckily for me, I didn't have to do the pre-op liquid diet. Prior to my surgery, I kind of just, you know, maintained myself, like I said, stayed in my calorie deficient all the way through until surgery day. Once I got done my 6 months, I got approved. Now let me tell you, I actually got denied the first time, and they had to do what they call is a peer-to-peer review. So it's basically where your surgeon sits down with the person on the insurance side and say, like this is why she needs it, blah 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 blah. They go over all the paperwork, they go over documentation showing, like, you know, she is like fall in this category of, you know, how they do it, like morbidly obese and all that stuff like that. She has the BMI, you know, so this is basically them discussing as two physicians, you know, a peer-to-peer review. That's what they call it, if you do get denied and you hear them use that term. But yes, they denied me. I was like, what you mean? I'm working hard. Like, I was so upset. Like, I was like, I've been working hard. I mean, when the coordinator called me, his scheduling coordinator, I was like, no, I didn't take no for an answer either. And that's another thing. Just because they denied you the first time, guys, don't take no as an answer, okay? Take that from me. Don't take no as an answer. If it's something you really want to do and you really are working hard for it, you know, you're willing to change your life around for this, don't take no for an answer. Because me, I thought it was just over and ended. Like, dang, what you mean? But nope. I called him. I called my insurance company back. I said, what do you mean? Like, I done did everything I asked me to. I mean, by the book. Y'all said do this, I did it on time. Like, what do you mean? I have 6 months of documentation showing that this girl can keep her weight off. Like, so I feel like I proved myself to y'all, like, return the favor. So, you know, once they did their peer-to-peer though, they end up approving it. So it's not always straight to the point, simple and easy, guys. I did get denied before I had my official surgery. Then my story gets crazy, because as y'all know, I had got approved. I was supposed to have surgery May 6th, and that turned to emergency surgery. But you're gonna have to go back and watch my other videos to find out what happened, because I ain't explaining all that right now. But yes, so then I had to wait in 2 months again and then have surgery. So y'all, three times. Your girl was patient, but like I said, it's part of the journey, and it's allowing me right now to share my story with you guys and motivate y'all to know that life is crazy, the world is crazy, but it's all right. So now I'm officially sleeved. And my surgery was July 27th. Yep. So tomorrow on Wednesday, I'll be 2 months post-op, y'all. Okay. So yes, go back and watch some other stories, and you'll look at like, ooh, girl would have gave up, but I don't give up. So y'all gonna learn that about me too. I don't give up, and I don't take no as an answer. If it's something I really want, I'ma do it. So the average person may would have given up the first time or after what happened to me during my emergency surgery, but me, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I got back up, dust my little shoulders off, and I said, we gonna do this. We ain't get this far for nothing. So that's that. Now, so we done talked about how your girl got to 275, how I lost the weight, what I did to lose the weight, my doctor, me getting denied, then me getting approved, then the process. If you have any other further questions about the process, you definitely can inbox me. Please feel free. Like I said, if I can answer it, I'd be happy to, or I can help you find an answer. You know, I'm still learning new things too, but you can hit me up. Please don't be scared. Like I said, follow me on IG and follow me on TikTok. My IG information is below, and my email. So don't be afraid, guys. Ask me questions. Anything you want to ask me. Just don't ask me I'm crazy, and don't be disrespectful, please. Don't. I'll block you. Now let's talk about life post-op. So like I said, tomorrow I'll be 2 months post-op, y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. And that's why I hate when people try to give you that, it's the easy way out. You go do it. Go look at my backstory as to what happened to me in my first surgery. It ain't nothing easy about it. So don't discredit me. Okay? Okay? Woo! Now, life post-op. It has its good moments and it has its bad moments. I can't talk today, y'all. Sorry. But for me, I'm gonna speak about me. So, the first week was really rough because I didn't feel hungry, but I really craved. Like, I would have these moments where out of nowhere I just wanted food. And of course, you're on liquids for like 3 weeks, nothing but liquids. Sugar-free popsicles, sugar-free pudding, sugar-free was it Jello, water, walking, broth. 3 weeks. First week, I'm like, okay, I can do it. Second week, I'm like, third, I was like, please, I want food. But it was manageable, but it was like a lot. So definitely it's a mental thing because I can't explain it, but it's like a mind thing. Like sometimes you not like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm not even hungry, but you over here want some food. Like, you know, of course you've been on Instagram scrolling and you see somebody cooking and all of a sudden that makes you want to go get it. Like I had seen somebody making I think it was pizza or a quesadilla or something, and I wanted it. I'm like, but I'm not hungry. So it just made me realize it's really a mind thing. Like, it's a mind thing. I was not hungry. But I wanted to go eat a quesadilla. I wanted to get up and go get one. Like, it's a mind thing. So that was very, you have to be mentally strong. I can say that. You have to be very mentally strong for this. It's not no walk in the park. It's not. If you're not mentally strong, you really can hurt yourself. And I just want to put that out there. I've heard some people doing things the first couple days of surgery that they're not supposed to be doing, guys, and I do not recommend doing that. You will put yourself back in the hospital and you might put yourself back in the ICU. I've heard stories of people eating whole meals like 3-4 days post-op because they just can't, they feel, oh, I can do this, I can eat, ain't nothing gonna happen, yeah, okay. And when you're in the hospital, they're pumping your stomach out, or you're in the ICU because you ate some rice and your body can't pass that stuff through yet or break it down, you're gonna be in some trouble. So please, guys, listen to the steps. If it's 3 weeks, liquid diet, stick on it. What I did was when I had my moments of wanting to eat, and trust me, you're gonna have that. I did. Now, did I eat? No, I was too scared. I'm too scared to go into the hospital, especially ICU. That's all you gotta tell me is to go ahead and do it and you going in the hospital. I won't do it. So, but not everybody, like I said, is strong-minded. Some people, it's very tempting for them, especially if you have a food addiction. It's tempting. So I brought sugar-free gum. I had one on Amazon because Amazon got everything, and I brought some sugar-free gum. So in the moments where I wanted to eat or had that strong urge, I would pop a piece of gum. I'm telling you, that saved my life because I would go in my room and cry. Like, it was bad. I would go in my room and cry, especially when you're around loved ones. You see them eating and you can't eat because you're on liquids. Oh, I'm telling you guys, I'm just keeping it real. It's hard. But get some sugar-free gum. Make sure it's sugar-free. Sugar-free. Don't get no regular gum. Make sure it's sugar-free and chew it. I'm telling you, it felt good too. I don't know. It just felt so good. Maybe it's my mouth moving. Maybe it's the movement of me chewing. I don't know. But it felt amazing when I would pop that gum in and just chew. It felt really good. But so also another thing is, if you have it or not, is a thing called body dysmorphia. So you'll start to see your changes. You'll start losing weight rapidly, and it's fun and all when you go get the weigh in. It's like, oh, well, I'm down 15 pounds in a week. Like, you feel good. But then you will look in that mirror some days and you be like, oh, I still see the same 200 plus, 300 plus, whatever weight you are starting at person. Like, that was me for like a whole week. I would say, like, just last month before last, like, I just felt that I looked the same size. Now, mind you, I went in surgery. So when I went into surgery, I was 223. By the time I got to my 1 week post-op, no, I'm sorry, 2 week follow-up visit, I was already down 20 pounds just that quick, like just like that. So clothes fitting different. I could tell my shirts were getting looser, but I looked in that mirror and I'm like, yeah, I didn't do the surgery. I'm still the 275-pound girl. Like that's how I felt. I still seen my old self. Mind you, I have side-by-side pictures. If you know, if y'all go to my channel and see, I have side-by, or I insert one here too, actually, over on that side. Whichever side, I insert one. But side-by-side pictures, like, girl, what is you saying? Like, they be like, girl, you tripping? What are you talking about? But it's body dysmorphia. It's a, I ain't gonna cuss, but it's a, you know, and it will make you feel like you still see that bigger you, you know, that old you, and it's tough. Like I say, it's really mental, guys. It's mental. You have to be mentally strong. Find a support, find a best friend, your spouse, your siblings, your parents, whoever you can vent to, or that person you trust with, you know, letting it out. I'm telling you, you're gonna need it. It's a lot. But so I dealt with that a little bit, and then, you know, I had my beautiful moments. Like I said, you know, I feel like my clothes, like when I do start to put on my old clothes, they're loose, and it's funny. I think it's like hilarious to me. But just, you know, it has its good moments. Health wise, I feel so much better. I can walk up my stairs, whoo, and feel fine. Like I ain't going to the top, like like I actually feel great. Going to the gym, I love the gym more than I ever loved the gym. Like going to the gym, I'd be excited, put my music in, you know, and I love it. And now my thing is weight training. I weight train and cardio, but more so weight train, and like that's another video I'll get into. But it's everything. Like I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, you know, it has its good moments. Water definitely became my best friend more. Now, don't get it twisted. I used to drink water, but I mean, like, it helped me. Like, this helped me stay away from pretty much like any sugary drinks, only because your taste buds will change. Let me say that. Your taste buds will change, and I recommend don't go buying a bunch of bulk Gatorades and all of them drinks prior to surgery. I would say just get a few, so that way when you come out the hospital and you go home, you know, after 1 or 2 days or however long you have to stay in the hospital, and you have your liquid diet stage for 2 to 3 weeks, or however long your doctor make you, you can test out what you like. Because let me tell you, so my mother had ordered me some Gatorades, and I don't like Gatorade no more. And it's crazy because before VSG, I actually was drinking the diet Gatorades on my very first diet, the one with the doctor. And I loved them, regular and diet. Now, sorry Gatorade, like I want to barf, okay? Nasty. I don't know what it is, I just don't like it anymore. So, your taste bud will change, but me, I don't know what it is. I just don't like nothing anymore. Literally, the main thing I've been drinking on is water. Water. I do drink the little Apple and Eve. So basically, if y'all have kids, maybe you heard of it, or maybe you just like the juice like me. But Apple and Eve is so each carton is a serving of fruit. Now, let me say this: Apple and Eve does have sugar, but they don't have added sugar. And on my studies, and this is just me, I'm not a certified nutritionist, so don't go saying, well, she's over there drinking this. And no, I'm just telling you what's working for me. They have sugar in it, but they don't have no added sugar. And I was kind of reading up on just some things like how to find drinks that, you know, pretty much that are better and good for you. And they were saying, if you're going to drink something that does have sugar, try to stay away from stuff that has added sugar, because that's just even more sugar, like soda. That's why soda is so fattening and so much sugar, because it not only has sugar to begin with, but it has added sugar. So now you're talking about 60 something grams of sugar, or 70 something, like that's high. So now the diet drinks, I think it's the substitute sugar that I just can't get with. But I mean, even regular sugary drinks, I don't like it. Like, now, yes, I did. So I tried a diet Diet Pepsi, didn't like it. All the lemonades, the 5-calorie lemonades, don't like it. I I've even tried, like, I had brought some orange banana pineapple juice that I used to love. Now that has sugar. Now it doesn't have added sugar though, but it has sugar. Don't like it. Like, pretty much, I don't know. I just don't like nothing. It's water. Water or these. I just brought these from Trader Joe's. If y'all can see these. It's called, I don't want to, Spindrift. Hopefully I'm saying it right, but Spindrift sparkling water. These are pretty good. It's a little bit harsh on my throat. I think it's because of the sparkling. You know what I'm talking about. What they call it? I'm trying to find it on the can. But it's like the carbonated. It's kind of like, you know, harsh going down for my people who are 2 months post-op and maybe have that harsh feeling, like, you know how we experience. Yeah. But I kind of been drinking on that. That's pretty decent. You know, I can't really gulp a whole can because, like I said, it's harsh. But water and protein coffee and protein shakes have been my best friend. Like, so, you know, that's another thing. Life post-op. But overall, it's been pretty good. Luckily, my hair hasn't fallen out too much. I mean, it's coming out, but not dramatic. So I'm really, really thankful for that. Maybe it's because from day one, I've been taking my collagen and taking my vitamins, you know, when supposed to limit the hair loss. But I mean, it's holding it in there, and I pray that it stays. But yes, I haven't straightened it. I just been wearing protective styles, or, you know, just washing it, keeping it conditioned. But, you know, so if y'all know me, I got a bunch of curly, crazy hair. Yes, this is mine, because people think it's always a wig. But yes, hair loss is something you will experience during VSG. Just want to give y'all a heads up. You did know that. So if you're scared of losing your hair, that's on you to decide what you want to do. But you will lose hair, and everybody loses hair differently. So so that's just a little bit about life after life post-op. Eating. So since I'm now on the stage of transitioning to, so I was on soft solids, which is basically like salmon, mashed potatoes. I did leave the potatoes alone, but that's another video. Like soft stuff, broccoli, nothing with, like, no grapes, nothing with skin on it, but you can have fruit. So like maybe like some soft melon, cut up, no skin, watermelon, no skin, you know, stuff like that. It's been pretty good too. Chicken goes down a little bit harsh. I noticed in all the other meats. And like I said, it's solely soft chicken. So I'll get like some grilled chicken, or I'll bake some chicken, or, you know, I'll go get some Peruvian chicken. If you have a Peruvian spot near y'all, try their chicken. They slow cook it for a long time, so it gets really soft. But that goes down just a teeny bit, like, hard. Like, it's like a little rough feeling, but it's manageable. So now I'm getting ready to graduate and go on to, basically, as I call it, it's not back to normal eating, because you're now supposed to change your lifestyle and eating habits, but you go to solids, which means you can start slowly incorporating, you know, foods in and see what your body can tolerate or can't tolerate, because your body will also change and tolerate certain stuff, and certain stuff you won't. Now, thank God, knock on wood, so far, I've tried, just the other day I made a low carb quesadilla, and I put cheese on it. And sometimes I've heard people can't tolerate the cheese, but luckily it stayed down. It did good. It didn't bother me. So I was happy about that. I had pesto on my chicken. That was good. I've been trying sauces, like dipping my chicken in sauces, and the sauces haven't really been bothering me. I've had, well, I don't drink milk. I drink oat milk, so of course dairy's out the picture. I did have it's called Skinny Cow, and they have like the low, no sugar ice creams. I did try that one time. That wasn't bad either. You know, that contained dairy. That was good as well. What else have I tried? Oh, I had salad. I had salad with the croutons too, and that went down good too. I was very proud, because I even know someone who said they had salad and they couldn't do it. So it just all depends on you guys. You know, you just got to see what your body is going to tolerate again or not tolerate. Like I said, right now my thing that I'm not tolerating is anything with sweet drinks, or using like using Splenda, or using, was it Sativa, whatever. I just don't like it. So I guess that's my thing. I guess I don't like nothing, no drinks anymore, but water, protein shakes, and protein coffee. So hey, but yeah. So that's just a little bit of, you know, life post-op so far. Still, like I said, going through my journey. Still just getting in the gym, you know. So I'll be back for an update with that. And then another question was, and this is a juicy one, I'm gonna leave it at this question to wrap it up, is sex after VSG. Now I'm not a sex expert, so don't be over here listening to me, but sex after VSG is a little bit different. You definitely have more confidence. Because, you know, you're growing into your new body and you start to see yourself slim down. And, you know, so it's definitely, if you did not have much self-esteem in the room before, you know, because of your weight or your size, you definitely tend to start to have more confidence, you know, in your body. Also, I don't know, but I mean, for me, I feel like I have more energy. I feel like, you know, I won't get into details or anything like that because that's a bit much. But, you know, I just feel like I have more energy. I have more, you know, I don't want to say, can I say stamina? Is that for girls or men only? I don't know, but I get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's much better. And it just feels more, to me, it feels more, I don't know, it feels awesome. Like, it feels more, I don't know, got like a little kick to it. Like, it just feels a little bit different. But, you know, just speaking from my experience, it just feels much better. I don't know, maybe it's because the weight loss, I don't know, but it feels more pleasurable, it feels more enjoyable. So, but I ain't gonna give y'all, you know, no bedroom details or nothing like that. That's a bit personal. But yes, life after your sex life after is a little bit better. So, and be careful, ladies, because you are very, very fertile. As they say, you can blink and be pregnant. Nobody want to blink and be pregnant. So be very careful, because I guess the dramatic weight loss sometimes reverses people's, you know, certain conditions, or it just makes you overall more fertile. So be careful. You know, if you're not trying to have a baby, in which they recommend you don't have a baby. Well, for me, they recommend you don't get pregnant within the first year or two, because your body is still, like I said, going to do changes. You're still losing weight. So if you were to be like 2 months, 3 months post-op and then you get pregnant, you're gonna have to now go to your nutritionist, and there's gonna be some steps you have to take just to make sure you and the baby is protected. Because why? When you get pregnant, the baby takes a lot of nutrients and food from you, so, you know, you're already trying to get your body energized and, you know, vitamins back in you that you're missing out on. That's why we're on vitamins for the rest of our life. But yeah, so just be careful with that. But if there was some questions that I kind of like jotted down from other people that, you know, you didn't hear maybe your question that you have answered, or something that you know, like if it's basically something that I did not mention, put it down in the comment section below, and I will do a part 2 Q&A. You know, if there's anything else you want to know about, like I said, my exercise routines, I will make another video talking about that, you know, on the differences about why I said I tend to do weight training more than I'm doing cardio. So I'll go more in depth in that. But if there was a question that I didn't answer, or a question that you may have, like I said, that I didn't say on here, please feel free down there. Like I said, I will do a second Q&A video with you guys. And I hope this gave you guys like just more of like a background, an open story, you know, as to my beginning of my journey. You know, the top of the top, you know, how did she get here? You know, then what did she do to get this, and where is she at now? Because like I said, I kind of just felt like, you know, I jumped straight into surgery, and then now it's like, so hopefully this helped, and hopefully you guys, you know, kind of get to a little bit, you know, more comfortable now and know like, okay, like, you know, I can relate to that. Or, you know, you can take what I said and maybe, like I said, even if you're not getting weight loss surgery, you know, if you're on a weight loss journey, you want to do it natural, you know, maybe trying calorie deficient, maybe you never heard about that. So now you may say, oh, okay, she said she did a calorie deficient, so let me look it up, let me study it, let me try that, you know. But don't make no one don't let no one make you feel, you know, bad for your decisions. If you want to lose weight by working out on your own, if you want to get surgery, whatever you want to do, guys, do what makes you happy. And I'm definitely the advocate person for that. Do what makes you happy. Whatever is going to make you feel good in life, do it. You only got one, so do it right. And of course, I'm going to drop more videos for you guys, so you already know what to do. I ain't got to tell you guys. It's going to be right there. You already know what to do. Bing, bing, bing. But I'm going to wrap this up. So like I said, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'm going to do another Q&A, part 2. And then I'm also going to be uploading I think it was my 1 month post-op video that I did. So those 2 are coming up. And then I'm also going to be dropping some more content. So like I said, follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok. Those are below. I love you guys. As always, virtual kisses and hugs. And your girl will be back with another video very soon.